Hi guys, welcome to another day tips live. Back at you again live. I hope you guys had or are having a great start to your Sunday wherever you are in the world. As you can see from the thumbnail and the title of this video, I'm focusing this particular live on content marketing. If you do have any questions whilst I'm going through stuff, then this is the reason for the live. Just let me know in the chat box, and if you're watching this after the fact, after it's gone live, then please do let me know your questions in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer those in a future live, hopefully. So I wanted to speak about content because content marketing is super important, and not enough entrepreneurs and business owners are producing enough content. So firstly, let me start off by explaining what content marketing actually is. So content marketing is a type of free method to promote and market your product or your service online. So there are two main methods to marketing your business or your website online. You can utilize free traffic methods, and you can utilize paid traffic methods. So some paid traffic methods include things such as doing advertisements on Google Ads. You can do advertisements on YouTube. So for example, when you are about to watch a YouTube video, you might notice an ad played just before. Someone is paying to advertise their business on YouTube in that way. You can also utilize Facebook and Instagram ads. And I speak about a lot of this stuff on my channel and how to utilize those platforms effectively. But you can also promote your business for free. You don't necessarily need a budget to promote your business online. And even if you do have a budget and you're quite successful promoting your website, your products and your services through paid means, I highly recommend that you also, alongside your paid traffic, you also run some free traffic campaigns as well. And you can utilize content marketing to help you to do so. It's the most effective way to actually promote your business online for free. So let's speak about some content marketing examples that you can utilize, some of the most common ones that you can make use of. And the first is a blog on your website. So I speak a lot on this channel about blogging for your business. And it's something that you should be doing. You should have a voice in your niche. I speak a lot about identifying your niche and finding your niche. You're not just in business to make money, but you're in business to serve a certain demographic. You're in business to provide a solution to somebody's problem. So figure out what that main problem is that you actually are solving. Who is it that you're reaching? And can you provide content in the form of blog articles that can further help your target customers? So let's say, for example, you are a tennis coach, and let's say you have a website providing your tennis coach services where people can hire you and people can book your services. You want to start a blog that's attached to that website. So if you have your website with Weebly, with Wix, with Squarespace, with WordPress, whatever platform you have your website with, even if it's Shopify, whatever website you have, whatever platform you have your website with, there's always an option for you to attach a blog to your website. And you want to make sure that you are doing this. So a blog serves many purposes. If you optimize your blog articles effectively, then you can actually show up in search results. So you want to be blogging about things that your target customer would be interested in. So as a tennis coach, people might be searching Google or Yahoo for things such as tips on how to improve their swing, for example, their tennis swing. They might also be looking for the best tennis equipment to purchase. They might have a specific injury. So they might be wanting information about how to recover from a tennis injury. So all of this is content that you can create on your website. So what's the purpose, you might be thinking, of creating this kind of content? Well, there's a number of reasons why creating this type of content is super important. And one of those reasons is if you optimize that content for search engines, which I teach a lot about on this YouTube channel as well, then you can actually show up in the major search engines such as Google, Yahoo, and Bing when someone is typing in a specific query. So someone who might want tennis lessons, they might also be struggling with their tennis swing. So an example of a query that they might type into Google might be something like how to improve your tennis swing. And if you wrote an article on that particular topic and had it on your website as a blog article, then, and if you optimize it effectively, then there's a chance that that article will show up when your potential customers are typing in that query. And obviously, if they click that and they read that, they consume that, you can have a call to action on in your blog post as well to get people to sign up to your email list and to hire you as a coach. So it's a way to drive additional traffic to your website. So it's not enough for you to just create a website that looks great. You actually want to make sure you're creating a website that people will find. Searchability is super important with regards to your website as well. So once you've created your website, you need a strategy in order to promote it. And like I mentioned, even if you are planning on doing paid traffic methods, then there's no harm in optimizing your website for search engines, utilizing a blog so that you can actually show up in search engines. So you want to make sure that the content you write on your blog is in depth. You want to make sure that it really tackles the issue that you say you're going to tackle, and is providing great value. And like I said as well, there should also be some call to actions in your blog articles as well. Let people know what to do when they finish reading your blog article. You can also have advertisements on the sidebar of your blog articles as well, maybe with your products, maybe with your services, maybe with your lead magnet. If you don't know what lead magnets are, I will be doing future lives on kind of email marketing and creating a lead magnet. But just to kind of just speak about it quickly, a lead magnet is something that entices someone to enter your newsletter, your email list. So someone might come across your blog article, read it and think, wow, this is really great information. And you might have a lead magnet, which might be a video, which is the 10 tips to being a pro tennis player, for example. And when they enter their name and email address on your website, they can actually download that for free. And they're now a part of your database because you have their contact information. And when you're doing a new promotion, maybe you are offering 10% off of your coaching, then you can send that to your email list, your database, and you can acquire some clients that way. So blogging is something that you definitely should be doing. It should be a part of your content marketing strategy. And when you're blogging consistently as well, this helps you to increase authority, your website's overall authority. So I speak a lot on this channel again about authority and creating an authoritative website. When you're actually blogging about things that are relevant to your industry and you're creating content on your website that helps the people who are your target customers, then there's a more of a chance for you not only to show up in search engines, but also for your blog articles to be shared as well. So you might be your article, if it's really useful, it might be picked up and it might be shared with it might be shared on other websites. People with big platforms on social media might share it. And this is a great way for you to be building authority, with you kind of gaining more backlinks back to your website, which is always good for your overall search engine optimization. And the more these articles on your website are getting shared, and the more that your domain authority is increasing, this increases your chances as well of ranking in Google for your product pages. So if you have, for example, an e-commerce website and you're using Shopify, let's say, or WooCommerce, let's say, for example, the more you blog and the more content you're creating and the more authority you're building, the more of a chance, not just of your articles to rank in Google, but your actual product pages as well. So that's super important. And that's kind of like number one, content for your website is super important. Now, there's also content for social media. This is really, really great. And this is kind of known as top of the funnel marketing as well when you're on social media. I did a video, my last live, I believe, was on social media marketing and how to utilize social media marketing effectively for your business. And a lot of companies and us as entrepreneurs, sometimes we can focus too much on the numbers. It's not about how many followers you have. It's not about how many likes you get. It's about creating quality content and actually attaining followers who match your target demographic. There's no point in getting loads of followers to your website if they do not match your target demographic. They need to actually match the people who will eventually hopefully become your customers, because that's the difference between utilizing social media for business purposes and utilizing social media just for the sake of utilizing social media. So what kind of content can you create on social media? Well, it really depends. It goes back to your target customer. Who is your product for? If your product is for people who are trying to learn tennis, then you want to be on the platforms where your target customer is. So the typical person trying to learn tennis, how old are they? What age are they? What profession are they? Where are you likely to find them online? Are you likely to find them on LinkedIn? Are you likely to find them on Instagram? Are you likely to find them on YouTube? You might find them on multiple platforms. So you might decide to create content on Facebook as well as creating content on Instagram. You might decide to create content on YouTube as well as creating content on LinkedIn. There's no best platform or worst platform. There's just a platform that is right for you and platform that is right for your business. So if you're trying to target teenagers, for example, with your product, then you're not going to be on LinkedIn. You're going to want to be on platforms such as TikTok. You're going to want to be on platforms such as Instagram. You're going to want to be on platforms such as YouTube. So you want to go where your target customer is going to be. So once you decide on what platform you want to create content on, I always recommend that you become a consumer on that platform first. If you're new to that platform, so let's say, for example, you sell some sort of professional product and you want to target people who are in managerial positions, then you might want to actually utilize LinkedIn. And if LinkedIn is not a platform that you utilize a lot, then you're going to want to just set up a LinkedIn profile and just use it as a consumer. Follow some of your favorite people, some of your favorite companies, see what they're posting, see how they're posting it, see how people are interacting and commenting to give you ideas for when you're ready to post your content. So LinkedIn is a great place to publish video as well as written articles as well. So you don't only have to post videos, but you can post videos, you can post articles, you can post images and kind of like have some sort of caption and explain the image. But you want to create resources that you know would interest, intrigue, entertain, or educate your target customer. So going back to my tennis example, if I was promoting my coaching for tennis, and I decided, okay, cool, I know my target demographic are on Instagram, for example, I can put out video on Instagram. So you can put out 1 minute video on your feed in Instagram, and you can also create IGTVs on Instagram as well. I did a video with Montel B not too long ago. So if you are looking to actually utilize Instagram for your business, make sure you go and check that video out, because that's going to really help you. We go in depth about how you can utilize the different features on Instagram. But if I'm a tennis coach on Instagram, then I want to put out videos that will teach people about tennis. So maybe I'm teaching them about the rules of tennis. Maybe I'm teaching them about different tennis balls, different tennis rackets, and how to utilize them, how to hold the racket properly. I might be kind of maybe having some famous tennis people and putting them on my profile and speaking about how some of the techniques that they use and what we can learn from that. So essentially, I'm creating content on my Instagram page that will attract someone who is looking to learn tennis. So if I have 100 people who are following me and all of those people are looking to learn tennis and how to improve their tennis game, then that's better than having 200 people who have absolutely no interest in tennis whatsoever. So you want to make sure that you're creating content that resonates with your target customer on the platform that you know your target customers are on. So like I've mentioned, there's different forms of content. You can create written content and write that on your blog articles or on platforms such as LinkedIn. You can also utilize platforms such as medium.com as well. If you're someone who likes to write and you know that your target customers are people who like to read, then that might be an option for you. If you feel like you're more comfortable on camera, then obviously YouTube might be a great place for you to create content. Instagram might be a great place for you to create content. And you can also create content on LinkedIn and upload video to LinkedIn as well. But another great place is Pinterest as well. If you're an artsy kind of person and you're good with creating infographics. So an infographic is basically a graphic that describes something. And if you're really great at creating infographics, you can utilize platforms such as Canva to create engaging infographics, and you can put those on Pinterest, and those do really well. So there's no shortage of platforms that you can utilize to create content. And when you're creating content on social media, that's again top of the funnel marketing. So that's not necessarily where you're going to make the bulk of your money, but you're going to build a following of your target customers and provide value through your content. And over time, your following will increase. And your aim is to get people to actually not only just follow you, but to also visit your website and join your email list. And that's the start of your funnel. So that's kind of how the funnel works with social media marketing. If you guys have any questions, then do leave them for me in the chat. But yeah, that's basically the fundamentals of content marketing. So I want to speak about some of the major benefits to content marketing, because you might be saying, Sam, look, I'm driving traffic to my website using paid means. Maybe you're using Google ads or Facebook ads. Like, why do you need to create content? What's content all about? Well, when it comes to the internet, people tend to buy from people and companies that they know, like, and trust. How do you build trust? How do you create a company? How do you create a brand that people trust? Well, one of the ways you can do that is by providing resources, providing really great content, providing really great information. It might be entertaining information. It doesn't necessarily have to be educational. It could be entertaining content. So for example, I'm an entrepreneur and my target customers are entrepreneurs. They're savvy, they're business people who have an idea, they have a website, and they want to get that out there more. So I've decided to create educational content, but I could also create entertainment content that I know will appease entrepreneurs. So as long as my content will appease entrepreneurs, then that content is great as well. So don't think it only has to be educational. It can be entertaining, as long as you know that that entertaining content will resonate with your target customer. So when you're creating that content, you're actually building trust. So the more and more people are seeing your videos on Instagram and your posts on Instagram, or your posts on LinkedIn and your posts on YouTube, they're seeing your face, they're seeing your brand again and again and again, and you're not trying to sell them something off, from the front of it. You're not trying to sell them right away, but you're just trying to build trust. You're just trying to put content out there that builds trust with them. And they are a lot more likely, when they do make the decision, to be like, wait, I've been following this person or this company for 6 months or a year or longer, and they provide really great content. When they do decide to click through on the link that's in one of your posts and they go to your website, they are a lot more likely to actually convert for you into a lead or a customer, because they are warm traffic. You've been warming them up for a long time by producing really great content. And not only that, but content is kind of non-threatening as well. It's a great way for people to share as well. So someone might find your content on social media, find it useful, share it in their Facebook group or share it in their WhatsApp group with their friends and with their family members. And that can help you to really build an even bigger following of people who kind of will go out there and not just buy your products, but be brand advocates and share your products as well with other people. So if you don't have a content marketing strategy yet in place, then I highly recommend the first step is to identify where your target customers are online on social media, and then pick a platform and start creating content that you know will resonate with your target customers. I also recommend starting a blog if you haven't already for your website, and making sure that your blog articles are optimized for search engines. So I'm going to give a couple of tips about how you can optimize your blog articles for search engines. I'll probably do a separate live very soon on search engine optimization and some of the things you want to keep in mind if you want your website to rank in Google. But for your blog articles, you don't have to guess what your target customers are searching for. You don't have to guess what kind of content you want to create on your website, but you can use keyword tools. And my favorite one is the Google Keyword Planner tool. If you go to Google and type in the Google Keyword Planner tool, then you will find a tool that's provided by Google. And I've done a video on how you can access that tool for free, because a lot of people who trying to use that were emailing me saying they couldn't use it effectively because it was asking them to pay. But it is a free tool, and I've done a video on my channel on how to, you know, bypass it and use it for free. But essentially, it's a tool made by Google, and Google will show you how many searches per month any particular search term is getting. So going back to my example of being a tennis coach, if you wanted to know what kind of things people were typing in, like how to improve your swing, or what tennis balls to buy, or what tennis rackets to buy, these are things that your potential customer might be typing into Google, and you want to be showing up when they're typing that in, but you don't want to be optimizing your blog article for a keyword that no one is searching for. So when you type that keyword into the Google Keyword Planner tool, it will tell you how many keywords per month that particular keyword gets, but it will also show you different suggestions as well of other keywords that are really popular related to whatever keyword you were searching for. And you want to make sure that when you find a keyword that you want to show up for in Google, that keyword is in the URL of your blog article. So you can actually change the URL of your blog article. Let's say, so for example, my website is daytips.com. If I wrote a blog article today on on the best tennis racket to use, then I can actually decide that the URL to that article would be daytips.com/the best tennis racket to use. And so that means that I've optimized that URL for search engines. You also want to make sure that you utilize your keyword in the title of your blog article as well, and use it again, or a variation of it, in a subtitle. And obviously make sure you're utilizing your keyword in the main body of the text as well, that you're writing your article about. But you don't want to only use your keyword again and again and again, but you want to make sure that you're utilizing variations of that keyword so you don't sound too spammy. But I think the main thing with regards to creating content that actually ranks in Google for your website is to make sure that you're writing in-depth articles, and make sure that your articles are actually really helpful. Think about like creating something that people would actually want to share. If you're creating something that you don't think people will share, then there's no point in creating it. Create something that's useful and create something that people actually want to share. So that's all I have for you guys for this particular live. I'm going to be live again next week, so make sure you have your post notifications on. If you have any questions specific to content marketing, then do let me know in the chat, or let me know in the comment section, and I'll do my best to get to those. But yes, if you want to know when I'm going to be live, make sure you follow the Day Tips Instagram account. It's literally at Day Tips. That's DEYTIPS at DEYTIPS. So follow me there on Instagram, and I'll try my best to update you guys when I'm going live, in case you want to jump on if it's a topic that you've been struggling with. And if you also have topic ideas that you want me to speak on when I go live next, then do let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram. You can send me an email as well, or leave me a comment on this video, and I will do my best to kind of cover the topics that are most kind of important to you right now. So I hope that this live brought you some clarity with regards to content marketing, and that you can go there and start creating content that will drive traffic to your website and help you to build a social media following of people who are actually interested in the products and services that you have on offer. But other than that, guys, make sure you enjoy your Sunday, and I hope you have a fantastic week.